Hi there. I wanted to talk about a film people might want to watch with Halloween coming up on Shudder. It's a Shudder exclusive called Deadstream, as opposed to Livestream because it's spooky. Get it? This is a horror comedy in the found footage genre. Although I suppose the footage isn't really found because it's a live stream. But whatever, you know what I'm talking about. It follows a obnoxious YouTube personality in the style of, say, your Logan Pauls, who has been banned from his platforms due to doing morally bad things and abusing people, much like the Pauls were for going into that suicide woods. And then he's back 6 months later, and his latest stunt is going to be spending the night in this supposedly haunted house where a lady hung herself in the olden times, and people are meant to die, and she's collecting souls. You see all these little montage at the start where his previous stunts, and then you also see like he's a video flash up of I'm sorry, and he's like crying, but it's totally insincere. You can see it's totally insincere, and he's just a twat. And that's what's good. The bloke who plays him just right. He is the kind of person I can imagine my nephew watching and like him, but any adult would just be like, "You're a dickhead, mate." But that's the point, right? He's not meant to be a likable protagonist. He's just meant to be this dickhead that's gone into this thing, and you're following him. Anyway, sets these rules for himself, throws away the spark plugs from his car because he said, I won't be able to run away when it gets too scary. If there's any noise, I've got to go and investigate it. And so he goes in the house, sets up all his cameras, you get all your, exposition laid out as he's doing his live stream. You get little pop-ups coming up with people in the chat. And he starts hearing noises. He starts seeing like shadowy figures on the CCTV setup. And he does a mini seance and accidentally smashes some symbolic board. And then all of a sudden, a fan turns up called Chrissy. And they start having experiences of ghosts and ghostly things happening. What happens to Chrissy, I won't spoil. But suffice to say, once it gets going after that sort of 25-30 minute mark, things do move at a pace. And you get plenty of jump scares. You get plenty of good practical effects. They don't really rely on much, if any, CGI at all in this, and that goes much to its credit, to be honest. There are some nice gross things going on, and I just felt that it was the kind of film that I watched exactly in the manner it should be. It was late Friday night, a long week at work. I just wanted to put something on, and I thought, do you know what? I didn't watch this last week, so I thought it might be a bit crap. But I just felt like putting my brain in neutral and watching something silly. And I watched it, and it was an hour and a half that was great fun. I say if you are into that kind of film, if you like things with a bit of practical effects, if you like things that aren't going to be winning an Oscar but are made with a good heart and are not sort of horrible and cynical but do like to take the piss out of stuff, then this is totally worth watching. Give it a try on Shudder. And I would also say, just as an aside, Shudder is usually discounted to half price around October. So if you've been playing around with the idea of getting it, now would be the time to strike. Just Google and you'll find an offer on there. And Shudder is one of those things that you should only really buy when it's discounted. It's like it's like buying a sofa. You're an idiot if you don't go in when there's a sale on, which is like all the time. And also I would pay up front for the year rather than the monthly because it's much cheaper again. I think it's like 25-30 quid if you get a decent deal on it. But that's a top tip there. And also it is not protected from any VPNs, so you can get full access to, say, USA, Canadian, any other countries' catalogues on there. So again, another good reason to get it. But there we go. Hope you enjoy the film. Let me know what you thought about it, and thanks for watching.